The top 10 food myths are that low fat equals healthy. You actually need fat in your diet to protect your joints, to feed your brain, and a lot of low-fat processed foods are filled with extra sugar and salt and preservatives to make them taste good. So low-fat foods may actually be worse for you than their high-fat versions. Another food myth is that baked foods are healthier than fried foods. Many baked foods are actually just as bad for you in terms of your cardiovascular health and your insulin levels. A lot of baked foods that you'll find in packages are filled with extra salt and extra sugar and may actually be filled with trans fats as well. Another top 10 food myth is that wooden cutting boards are not safe. Actually, wooden cutting boards will protect you from bacterial contamination. Just because you're cutting into a board with a knife doesn't mean that bacteria are going to harbor their way into the wood. When you clean it properly with hot water and soap, you're getting rid of all the surface bacteria. And actually using plastic cutting boards over time will cause little pieces of plastic to chip off into your food, which you don't need. Salads can be a health food, but that might be a myth if you're building your salads improperly. You can make a great salad with lots of healthy fruits and vegetables, even nuts and seeds. But if you're using your salad as a way to get bacos and high-fat and highly sugared dressings into your body, it's not such a health food anymore. It can be a myth that chicken is a healthy meat. Chicken can be healthy if it's organic and if it's not fried, if you choose to eat animal proteins. But if you're eating your chicken deep fried or if it's not organic, then it's definitely being fed things like growth hormones, antibiotics, and even arsenic, which can show up in the meat that you consume. So be sure to choose organic chicken and either bake it or saute it, but don't fry it. It is a myth that you need dairy in your diet to grow or maintain healthy bones. There are countless cultures around this planet that do not have dairy as a traditional food source, and they have no problem maintaining healthy bones and avoiding osteoporosis. So it's a myth that you need to get your calcium from dairy. Get your calcium instead from healthier choices that are low fat and cholesterol free, like green leafy veggies and sea vegetables and nuts and seeds. Another top food myth is that you shouldn't eat after 9 p.m. at night. Well, that may be true for some people some of the time, but you're not necessarily going to gain a lot of weight or ruin your night's sleep if you eat after 9 o'clock, if you're staying up late or if you work the night shift. And it depends on what you eat at night as well. Maybe you're having an apple or a few crackers before bed. That's not going to ruin your diet or your good health intentions. There is a myth that sea salt has less sodium. I'm here to tell you, sea salt has the same amount of sodium as other regular table salts. But sea salt might have some trace elements and minerals in it that you're not getting from refined white granular table salt. It's a myth that brown sugar is healthier for you than white sugar. They're basically the same thing. They've just added some of the molasses that they've stripped away to create white sugar and added it back in for color and flavor. So brown sugar is basically white sugar with a little coloring added to it. The final myth is that you just exercised, so you need a sports drink. That's not really true. Humans have somehow evolved this far without sports drinks. You can exercise all day and get by perfectly well with good, clean water and a nice, healthy meal. So these were my top 10 food myths that you can use to help you start making better choices.